So I think that if you have houseplants, fungus gnats are inevitable. You're gonna get them because they lay their eggs in the upper layer of soil, of moist soil, and that's how they keep multiplying. So if you're watering your plants, then the top of the soil is probably gonna get wet and you're just gonna have keep getting fungus gnats. And if you don't know what fungus gnats are, consider yourself lucky. And also, I would count down the days before you get fungus gnats, which is kind of sad, but I don't know. They don't bother me too much. I think it's not that big of a deal unless you have an overwhelming amount, but I don't really mind them. And also, you'll see why later in this video. Like I said, they lay their eggs in the upper layer of soil so that you can get them from getting a new plant at the nursery, or sometimes if you maybe take your plant outside, you can bring them back in and you're gonna have those new pests. Sometimes it just seems like they come out of nowhere, and there are a bunch of ways to try to prevent and try to completely eradicate fungus gnats. I'm gonna go over some of them quickly, but there's one specifically that I want to focus on. You can bottom water. Since they lay their eggs in the upper part of the soil and that soil is moist, then you want to prevent that soil from getting wet in the first place so they won't have anywhere to lay their eggs. So bottom watering is a good way to do that. Just in general, I like bottom watering whether or not I'm trying to avoid fungus gnats. I have a video on that if you want to check it out. And you can add mosquito bits into your soil. I've heard a lot of people like doing that. I think even pouring hydrogen peroxide in your soil is a way to kill the eggs before they hatch and turn into little flies, annoying flies. You probably have also seen those like sticky, they're kind of like fly traps, but they're for fungus gnats. And the most common ones that I've seen are they're yellow and they're in the shape of a butterfly. They're actually pretty cute. And you just put them into the pot of your plant, and fungus gnats will fly around and stick to them, get stuck whenever they hit them. I don't know if they're attracted to them, but I know that they're sticky, so fungus gnats will get stuck on them and die that way. And that is the technique that I want to focus on, because listen to this. This is the most amazing thing ever. There are plants that function exactly how that little sticky fly trap works, but it's a plant and it thrives off of catching fungus gnats. Isn't that the most amazing thing ever? And I'm not being sarcastic. When I found out, and it actually works. They work so well. Like, oh my god. And they're such cute plants too. So I really wanted to put you guys onto these plants because if you haven't heard of them, oh my gosh, they're the most amazing thing. So there are two of my personal favorite kinds. Look at this. Oh, this is literally a fungus gnat catcher. Like, it was made by God himself to be a fungus gnat catcher, okay? So there are two that I like in particular. I like Butterworts, and the other one are called Sundews. Essentially, they're just those little fly catchers, but in a plant form. So they have sticky leaves that if a fungus gnat lands on it, then it's going to be stuck there, and then the plant eats them. So it's the nutrients for the plants, which means you never have to fertilize it, and that is just how easy. They're so easy to care for too. You only need to pour water in its little tray whenever it dries out, and that's it. That is all you have to do, and they will just catch fungus gnats like crazy. They're just chilling, fungus gnats land on them, and bam, gone. So honestly, I love having fungus gnats. And like I said, I'm usually a bottom water, but I've kind of been top watering ever since I got these plants because it is so, satisfying to see how many fungus gnats your little baby can catch. So this one I've had for a while. Oh, also they have flowers. And the flowers are actually really cute. This one it just died like maybe 4 days ago. They have flowers, so that's also really cute. I'll show you pictures of when it had all its flowers alive. These ones here that I have are also about to bloom. They're not bloomed yet, so we're gonna have to wait on that. But there are so many different like shapes and sizes and colors for you to choose from. So it's like having one of those little fungus gnat catchers, but having it in a plant and then being able to like choose an option that you want. Obviously, some are more difficult to care for than others, so be sure to kind of check that out. But there's like there's pink ones. I really wanted to get a pink one, but those, as you can imagine, sell out and then you can't get them. This one that I have here is supposed to be pink, but I don't think I'm giving it enough sunlight to stress the leaves out, so I'm gonna have to put it closer to the grow lights, and then hopefully I could get those beautiful pink leaves. But there's different flowers, there's different shapes, and if you don't have a lot of space, there's even different sizes. So for example, this one is my biggest one, and then you can also see this little bebe, which is not gonna get any bigger than this. It's already fully sized. So you really only need to just get your little plant, boop, plop it into a saucer, and then fill the saucer up with distilled water. I need to emphasize that you gotta go out and you gotta buy a jug of distilled water. Don't use filtered water at home or purified water. You need to get DI water for all you scientists out there. You need the distilled water. And they don't need to be refilled super often, so it's not that much of like, I guess that is a hassle, but it's not too much of a hassle. You just go out whenever you're at the grocery store, you could buy 1 gallon, and then that should last you for a while depending on how many plants you have and how quickly they drink the water. Usually whenever my water runs out, then I'll kind of wait. I'll wait like a day and then I'll refill it again just to give it a little time to breathe, but that's it. So you don't really need to worry about overwatering. And you don't really need to worry about underwatering because you can clearly see the amount of water that is in the tray that your plants are sitting in. I did mention before that some are more difficult to care for than others, so you do want to check on the specific type you're trying to get. Also, some of them do go dormant in the winter, so you also want to check on that. I am not an expert at all. I don't really have in-depth knowledge to share, but those basics should get you through, and they should help you get rid of your fungus gnats. For this one, you can see that it doesn't have that many fungus gnats because these are the newer leaves, and since it has been previously catching a ton of gnats, there's not really that much left for it to catch, and it kind of makes me sad, so I'm gonna have to go out and top water a plant again. But you can also see here there's some mosquitoes because whenever I kill a mosquito, I'll feed it to my little baby, so I'm like, here you go, eat up. I've tried taking them outside to catch mosquitoes, but I think mosquitoes are just too big and they are not attracted to the plant. So I think somehow the fungus gnats are attracted to the plant because no other flying bugs like flies are huge compared to fungus gnats, but flies and mosquitoes, moths, they're not really drawn to these, but they do catch fungus gnats like crazy. All of these plants I keep under grow lights and they are completely thriving. I wouldn't put them in really bright light unless you're trying to stress your plant so that it will kind of bring out the colors that it's gonna have. But other than that, grow lights are working out fine. I really hope that you try out one of these plants. You're gonna get a decrease in the amount of fungus gnats flying at your face, and you're also gonna get a beautiful new plant in the process that is gonna be so satisfactory to watch the buildup of the fungus gnats grow, and then pretty soon there's going to be decline of fungus gnats and it's going to be a little bit sad. And the leaves are sticky, so if you touch them, you're going to get sticky, so avoid touching the leaves, and you pretty much only have to plant them in sphagnum moss. All the ones I have only have sphagnum moss, except for if when I bought them they had some soil attached, I just put it in sphagnum moss and clumped the sphagnum moss around the soil. So everything's thriving. I have a lot less fungus gnats, and if you get one of these, I guarantee you're gonna see a decrease in fungus gnats, and it's gonna be very exciting to watch your plant catch all of them, eat it up, and it's just going to be a symbiotic ecosystem, because I know some people try releasing bugs into their plants, like ladybugs. Like, I know you can go to the store and buy ladybugs. Oh, and I personally don't like bugs at all. Even though ladybugs are supposed to be cute, I don't think they're cute. I think they're really gross. Ugh. But this is the perfect way to solve the problem. Yeah, so it just creates a little like symbiotic relationship in your home, and it's really beautiful, and it also kind of changes your perspective on fungus gnats, which if you can't change something, because let's be real, I honestly don't think you can completely eradicate fungus gnats. If you have done it, let me know how you did it, because that is amazing and you're the best. You really are the best. So if you can't beat them, then just buy another plant that will help you lessen the problem. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any of these plants, or if you're interested now. If you buy one, I want to know what kind you get, because like I said, there's so many beautiful ones and I'm obsessed with these plants and I want to hear what you guys have to say. But thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!